Hello there! So I just got done watching Season of the Witch and Sky Movies premiere. It was 15, so it came out in 2010 and it was 95 minutes long. It stars Nicolas Cage as a medieval knight. Well, he was a Knights Templar, I think, but they don't really say that. But anyway, so his best friend is, can't remember his name, but he played Hellboy. So the premise is set in medieval times. It's set in medieval times, and the premise is that witches are real, and establish that right at the beginning. And then it moves to Nicolas Cage and Hellboy, and they're fighting like for Rome, like and the fight for decades against like anybody who opposes them, who opposes the church, basically, until they finally get to a town where they just barge in and Nicolas Cage puts his knife through a woman and he goes, "Oh my god!" Like, now he feels something, whereas before he didn't really feel. He thought, "Yeah, killing people," like, and now all of a sudden he feels for people. Okay, so the next morning he tells his boss, like, "This is not what I signed up for." And he says, "You will do as we tell you." And he was like, "No." So himself and his friend leaves, and a month later they come across a house in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's kind of a farm, and they find two bodies, and they think, "What has caused this?" Like, it was the plague. I knew it was the plague or the Black Death when I saw it. It was like, anyway, and so to get to to steal two horses from the dead people, by the way, and they get to the a town or city, whatever, and there's more people with plague, and he eventually asks this guy what's causing this, and he says it was the plague. So they try to get two proper horses to go on their way, but then so many cops that the sword is Knights Templar or whatever, and that they're too, they ran away, so they're arrested and they're put into a prison cell next to a girl that's suspected of being a witch. Ooh. So the bishop of the town anyway asks them, "Will you take her to these monks, because they've got a special book that can kill the evil inside of her." So after back and forth, eventually they decide, okay, we have to get a guide. They get a guide, and then they go on their way, and from then on, to me, it was a bit like the Power Rangers movie. It was like they only needed to do, like in the Power Rangers, like they only needed to do 2 or 3 tests before they got to the thing, and they weren't even that hard. And it was the exact same with this film. The only test there was a rickety old bridge and some wolves. That was it. And it was good. The wolves were cool, but I suppose it was drama. It was real drama. And but what you don't hear a lot these days is, man, the special effects are brilliant. I would say they were good in this movie. They're very, very good. They're very good actors. They played them off. The Irish fella from the Misfits in this, he was very good. They play off very well. But just in the big scene at the beginning, where you meet Nicolas Cage and his friend, they're out in the desert, and when it pans over to the enemy forces, you can see green screen. And it just looks fake. But luckily, the soldiers look fake and that. It was kind of a bit like they were trying to do 300, but it just wasn't pulling off because it was way too bright. I know it was the desert, but I don't know. Anyways. So, but the rest of the CGI but the rest of the film was very good. It was very good special effects and that. So I give this film 7 glasses out of 10. I would recommend it if you're into that kind of thing, but you can fast forward through the boring bits if you want. But it kind of builds character. You do care about the characters, which is important in movies these days. And so yeah, that's it. Next film I'll review is Meet the Little Fuckers. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.